Not too long ago, Canva hosted an unusual event in San Francisco, California. The event was called Canva Extend, and it was entirely focused on developers. So not your typical Canva crowd now, is it? During the event, Canva made a groundbreaking announcement. They were opening their ecosystem and launching an app marketplace. This means that anyone can now build and launch an app that works seamlessly within Canva. Now, this announcement truly impacts the way we all use Canva. Let me break it down for you in this video. Now, there are two ways you can access the Canva apps. The first one is from the Canva homepage. This time, I'm using my Canva Pro account, but it doesn't really matter. Apps are free for everyone to use. So from the homepage, locate the Apps button right here in your side panel. So click here, and you will land on the Apps or the Marketplace landing page, right? So from here, you will see a couple of different sections on the page, some trending apps that will be featured on top of the page. And then as you scroll down, you will see different categories of apps that you can plug into Canva. So new and noteworthy apps right here. You have your AI-powered apps, your design essentials, your share and publish apps. So these are just some categories that Canva has created. Some apps don't really fall into any of these categories, but I think it's always good to explore from here. You can also search using the search bar. For example, you search for a QR code generator, just type QR and you have a couple of different options here. You can navigate through the different categories by using these tiles right here, which is pretty convenient. And you have a big feature that will change every now and then right here on Canva. So this week, the feature app is the DALL-E app from OpenAI. So that's the first way for you to get to the apps, right? So from here, if you want to start an app from the homepage, so from here, simply click on one. You will have a broader description of what the app does, and you will have two different buttons to choose from here. Use an existing design. So if you click here, you will be prompted to select one of your designs, okay, in your folders, or you can use in a new design. Okay, and then Canva will ask you what type of document do you want to create. So you can start a new design and start using the app straight away this way. Okay, I'm gonna close this and now let's move over the editor, the design area in Canva, because I want to show you the second way you can access the apps. So here we are in the Canva editor. In order to find your apps, very easy, very straightforward. Just look at the object panel right here, which is this left menu you have on Canva right here. The last tab, last button, should be called Apps. So when you click here, you pretty much access the same menu of apps. It's just the editor version of what you've seen on the homepage. So from here, you have a few different things. You have your search bar to search for your apps. By default, you will land on your Discover tab, but you can switch over to your Apps tab. If this is the first time you use a Canva app, you won't have anything in this Your Apps section. It should be empty because I have used plenty of them. As you can see, they are all here. So let's come back to Discover for now. I want to show you that you have the same sections. You have your featured apps right here. You have your trending apps, and these are carousels, so you can navigate with the little arrows. You have more apps or features from Canva. Okay, we've already talked about this in a previous lecture of the course. Then you have your popular apps. Okay, so all the popular apps right here. And then you have the same categories, AI powered, you have your create something new, etc., etc. So you can browse or you can search for a specific app. One thing that is important for you to understand is that most of the apps in the app marketplace are third-party apps, meaning they have been developed by other companies, other than Canva. But, however, there are a few apps that Canva has created itself, right? So if I am coming back to my Discover tab right here, let me show you, for example, all of these tiles right here. So the black and white tiles are Canva apps or Canva extra features, I would say, that they consider apps. But you may, from time to time, also come across an app that is not in the gray section here, but has been developed by Canva. And that is the case, for example, of Magic Media, this one right here. So if I click on it, you see the first information I have is created by Canva. So Magic Media is an app that has been developed by Canva. All right. So yeah, just be aware that you will find some third-party apps and some Canva-made apps. Now, how can you start using these apps? Well, very easily. Once you're here, once you have clicked on an app that you'd like to try, you can simply click on the Open button. Okay, so this purple button here, click on it, and this should pretty much open the app. Now, some of the third-party apps will require you to sign up in order to unlock all the features. So most of them will have a few functionalities, but if you want to do a specific action, they might ask you to sign up or create an account, which you can do from Canva. And I'm not gonna get into that, but this is just a straightforward process. So now I have connected the Magic Media app, I can start using it. So this is the text-to-image app built by Canva, which is using AI to generate all sorts of images. All right, so this is how you use apps. And notice that once you use an app, it will be pinned right here underneath the little divider right here, this little line under the apps button. So if I come back to apps and I choose to open another one, for example, let's say the DALL-E app right here, it will also be pinned right here, okay? And because I have already used the DALL-E app in Canva, it doesn't ask me to open the app. I can immediately start using it. All right, so that is how you start using apps. Now, you might be like me, and your apps section, so this tab right here, might be filled with a bunch of apps that you have tried once, didn't really like, but yeah, they're just sitting there. How do you remove these apps? Well, let me show you. Let's find one app that I don't particularly use. For example, let's say iConduct, this one right here. I'm gonna click on the three little dots, okay? And simply, you can remove from your apps. So click here, it will be gone. Okay, let's remove another one that I'm not particularly using too much. This one right here, Pattern AI. Okay, click here, remove from your apps. And just like that, you can clean up your apps section so that only the good ones will remain there for you to use. All right, so we've seen that there is a multitude of apps that you could potentially use in Canva, but how do you know which ones are good and which ones aren't? It's not easy, and it might cost you a lot of time to try them all. So in order to make your life easier, I have on our YouTube channel started a series. It's called Hot New Canva Apps. And currently at the time of filming this, I have 6 episodes on the channel. And in each of these episodes, I try, review, and rate the latest batch of Canva apps. So I try them all and I let you know what I think about them. Like I show you how to use them, but also I give them a rating between 0 and 5 stars. So that way you can simply watch these episodes and understand, or at least let me do the sorting for you. Let me trailblaze and find the little gems that are hidden in the Canva apps. So how do I access these videos, you might ask? Well, let me show you a little trick. I have copied the link to our YouTube playlist right here, and I'm gonna use an app. I'm gonna use the QR code generator app in Canva right here. I'm gonna paste the URL. There you go, and generate a QR code. So you see this app in particular generates QR code for me. So I'm gonna paste it right here, okay? If you want to access my playlist, watch our Hot New Canva Apps tutorial, you can just scan this QR code. It will drive you straight to the playlist. Isn't that wonderful? I want to wrap up this video by showing you 3 really cool apps that I think you should try. All right, the first one is called Type Gradient. So we are going to find it by typing Type Gradient. Okay, there you go. And this is the app. When I click on the 3 little dots right here and see the app details, it says elevate your designs with text gradient. So this is a very cool app because it comes and fills in a gap that exists in Canva that you cannot create gradient text. Well, now with type gradient, you can. Okay, so just click on it and you should be good to go and start using this app. So basically how it works, you can simply type in some text. Let's put everything in all caps, gradients in text. You can decide the font you are going to be using. For the sake of this exercise, I will leave it to Anton, which is a pretty cool font. I'm going to align everything in the middle. You can decide on the line height, so a bunch of different options. And then, and this is the crucial part, you can decide on which colors you want your gradient to have. Okay, so you see these little dots right here on my gradient. You can click on them and you can move that little bubble to anywhere you like so. You can add more bubbles by clicking outside, like on the little gradient bar. So as you do so, you see you can move your bubble and find the colors that you like. All right, and once you're good, once you're done with this, click outside of this and you should see the preview of your text gradient. You can move this little slider and orient the gradient in different orientations or sides. And yeah, if you're happy with the result, just click on Add to Design and this gradient will be added to your page. So this is a very cool app that it comes and yeah, solves a typical problem in Canva. So really well done, Type Gradient. The second app I want to show you that I love and use all the time is Giphy. This one is not a new app, okay? It's an old app. So let me show you. I'm gonna search for it as well, Giphy. I know it's somewhere in your app section. So Giphy is just the app version of the popular website for finding and generating GIFs, right? So this lets you embed GIFs into your design. So if I just type in a keyword like impatient, for example, run that search, I should see a bunch of different GIFs that I could now include in my design. So for example, let's try this one right here. You simply click on it and you can stretch it, okay, to your taste. You can even round the corners or add a border if you wish by using the corner options right here, the border style. Or you could change the color of that border. You could add a border first, change the color of that border. Let's say we use our custom pink. And there you go. You have added a GIF that will play when you share your design as a view link, as a website, as a presentation, for example. The GIF will definitely play. And last but not least, the third app I think you really should give a spin is, drumroll please, our very own app, RONNY Tutorials. All right, RONNY Tutorials is a little project of ours. You can search for RONNY, you'll find RONNY Tutorials. The app looks like so, RONNY Tutorials. When you click on it, what it does, it brings all our YouTube tutorials straight here in the Canva editor so that you can watch a video. So you can either decide to watch one of our latest videos, or you could search by typing in a keyword or a question. So for example, if you want tutorials about colors that we have developed, just type in colors and you can start learning about colors by simply clicking on it. It will embed the video in your design and you can interact with the video by double clicking on it. You go to Instructor. You see, so the tutorial will start playing here, and meanwhile, you can start working in Canva. So you could create shapes and start playing with colors while listening to the tutorial. So if you think this is something for you, if you'd like to try practicing while you are listening to one of our tutorials, I invite you to try the RONNY Tutorial app.